So let's just dive straight into this video. G'day, my name's Wade and welcome to my YouTube channel. I just want to share with people different views regarding what it's like to be a farrier, share different videos from different angles, different perspectives, giving you a good feel for what it's all about and try and talk you through some of the things which I'm doing. So I'm pulling this hind shoe using a nail puller, pulling each individual nail out, and the shoe comes free nice and easy. So I'm taking a hoof pick now and just picking down that foot, getting it nice and clean. This is such an important underutilized tool, a wire brush. If horse owners, whether you're barefoot, whether your horse is shod, whether it's sometimes barefoot, sometimes shod, doesn't really matter. Scrubbing and exfoliating the excess sole tissue and giving the frog a good clean and a good scrub is so valuable for improving the overall condition of your horse's feet. Just gets all that bacteria and fungus, dirt and debris off, and allows the foot to breathe and air out. So I've rallied past, I've already nipped off the excessive length of hoof wall. I used the rasp to make the hoof wall nice and flat. I gave it another scrub with the wire brush, and now I'm using a hard bristled brush with soapy water and iodine, again to help kill off any fungus and bacteria and to get that foot as clean as I possibly can get it. I live in a wet climate here in New Zealand, and there's a lot of moisture, so the shoes are off. I'm going to refit them. They're in the forge, getting nice and hot. See how polite the horse was. This is a horse called Baxter. He's a real neat horse. I've been shooting him for a good while. He knows the drill. So I'll just make an initial set, get my toe clips in the right place, press the shoe down at the back of my wire brush, give it a bit of a scrub off each time, and you can see the horse is not bothered by it. Like everything, horses get trained, well, they get tamed and trained to everything we do. A horse is wary and worried about being touched for the first time, wearing a bridle, wearing a halter, wearing a cover, or everything that we ask a horse to do. At one point in his life, it was a bit worried and apprehensive about it, so we have to teach them to relax there, fella, over a period of time, and if nothing goes wrong, if we approach things in the right way and we do it with with respect, then the horse is more than happy to have all these things done to them, and in fact they'll just relax, chill out, and enjoy the process. So I'm just taking off any sharp edges that might have occurred through the burning on, and realise just how bold I'm going, and I'm going to start nailing the shoe on. So, nailing horseshoes on, does it hurt? Well, it doesn't hurt. If you do it in the right way, it doesn't hurt, but obviously you're putting a nail into a hoof, so you've got to know exactly where to put it. You've got to have the nail the right way round. It's not something you should ever attempt to do without guidance from a professional, experienced farrier, because you can hit sensitive tissue and you could cause a lot of pain, and your horse will respond very he'll respond in a very certain way if you ever hit sensitive tissue. So it's a big no-no. That's why we study anatomy. That's why we work with experienced farriers. That's why we have that guidance when we're learning, so that we can do things well. 3 nails down either side is usually is what keeps them on nice and firm. And now I'm using what's called a clinch block. I'm just putting, it's like a block of metal you put behind the nail, so that you can tap those nails tight. It sort of bends the tip of the nail over. And you can see then the horse was getting a little bit restless because I'd had the foot up for a long time. I should have sort of put the foot down at some point and lifted it back up, but you know, we want to get the job done, and we get so immersed in doing the job. And sometimes it's a fly, all kinds of reasons. Horse can just look up at something across the paddock and his legs automatically pull away just like that. And as a farrier, you learn to be a little bit sort of flexible and go with the movement. If you're real stiff and braced, the horse will just pull you over, or the horse feels that resistance and tension, and it can make them sort of snatch away or kick back a little bit more. So you got to sort of, you know, with time and experience, you learn to just yield to those kind of movements, and things tend to be all right. And I held onto the foot, and we just carried on as if nothing had ever happened. So now I just rasped the nails, took my old hoof knife that I like to use to cut a bit of a gouge underneath the nail and clean up any hoof tissue that might be there, because I'm using the clinchers now, and I just bend the tip of the nail over and then pull back and up and sort of press the nail head back into the hoof, and that creates this like little hook. Yeah, it folds the top of the nail over and creates a bit of a hook, and that's what holds the horseshoe on. So we're almost done here. That's the clinching process. I just use a sanding block to smooth things over. Use my hand to check that things are nice and smooth. A little bit of touching up, and job's a good one. You let the foot go down nice and smooth. You know, everything you want to try and do should be done with respect. Like you saw that, I'd rubbed my hand all the way down the leg, got to the pastern, and just held it there. The horse moves, shifts his weight, shifts his balance. As long as his feet are all organised in the right place, and his weights, you know, he's bearing weight in the right way, the foot will just come up nice and easy. And the trick is to get to the hoof as quick as possible. Don't clutch around their leg to cup the hoof. Put it where you need to do. Get the job done. And that's just a bit of beeswax to fill any holes and cracks we may have. Thanks for watching.